Your love, it's so simple. And the way you hold me down is something I'm into.
Nah, nah, it's so amazing. Why is it so blurry? It's blurry for the video. Baby, say hi to the camera.
Hi.
So today we're going to be doing a questionnaire. When did we meet? How did we meet?
Really?
Yes. So how did we meet, baby?
Well, in 1947, we had an amazing time.
Okay, babe, this is enough.
But
Oh.
you don't like my story?
Oh gosh.
I'm
Can you get to
telling
the
the story of my life.
Can you get to the freaking end of it, please?
You don't like my story?
Come here.
No.
Come here, baby. We are going to do a video about how me and my hubby met. Okay, baby, come here. Babe. Come here.
Yes.
Can you give a chair?
What?
We're going to tell the world how we met. Okay. So let's bring this down. The world wants to know.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you want to tell them?
So how did we meet? Where did we meet?
Well, we met on Instagram.
On Instagram. When
Yeah.
did we meet on Instagram?
Huh?
When?
19...
Hey!
Huh?
19-1.
No?
Babe! Real story, please.
Oh.
In 1991.
Okay. 2017.
Was it 2017?
Yes.
On Instagram, November something.
Yeah.
But we used to like each other's photos. And then...
I used to like your photos.
Okay, so you used to like my photos.
You're the famous Instagrammer.
Instagram.
Hey, I should make a song or write a story about this. I fell in love with us Instagrammer.
Oh, yeah.
It would be good for me
Okay,
too.
let's sing the chorus, babe.
Hmm?
Sing the chorus.
No, he's not ready yet, so. Well, we met on Instagram in 2017. And
What happened after that?
I just started to like her photos, and one day I just answered one of her story, and she just looked at it. She didn't give me any answer.
I gave you a heart, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, just that. And well, for me that means a lot. And I kept doing it, and one day she finally said something.
What did I say?
I just lied and her DM, and
Yes, you lied.
she just say hi, thing like that. It wasn't like a big conversation, an affluent conversation. It was something quick, and after that, I continued. Yeah. Things just started getting better after a few months.
How did they get better?
Well, you started to talk to me, and one day I just said that I would like to have a wife like you.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
That's the funny thing is.
I know, but
Most people would run away from something like that.
that's like crazy.
Yeah.
But seriously, I wasn't looking for a relationship on Instagram. And honestly, this was like the first time I talked to someone on DM.
Yeah.
And Isn't that crazy? It was you, and you're my wife now. God knows what he was doing. Because I never felt like any interest on slide on anybody DM.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It just doesn't look good for me doing that. And it just happened with you. Yeah.
Because a lot of guys do that, and it's kind of like
I know.
And that's the funny thing is, I did have people slide into my DMs a lot.
Yeah.
And
I used to see famous people complaining a lot about people that just slide on their DM and how they feel about this. And I just understand that it was really annoying to do that. And it wasn't something that I like to do. So I don't know how this happened to us.
But I think I always saw you like in the comments under my picture.
Yeah. I used to comment some of your pictures too.
So what were you thinking when you commented on my photos? What was going through your head?
Jesus Christ, she's beautiful. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, but why did you comment? Did you think that was weird?
Some, because I'm not used to comments to people photos either. I'm like more, if I like your picture, I just like it.
Yeah.
And I comment to your pictures.
Yeah.
For me, this was like too much. Then it was too much. Well, after a long time, when we finally start knowing each other, he asked me if I was a Christian, if I was a believer, and what I thought about God. And
that was the main reason why we got together.
You said, and I'll be honest with you, and well, after that, everything else is just history.
But so that was the first place we met, and then we moved it over to Instagram. No, it was Instagram to WhatsApp, then Messenger, and then after a year?
She called me first.
Oh yeah, I called him like.
Oh, I was so afraid. I was so nervous when she called me, and I just couldn't believe it. And because my English wasn't good enough, absolutely not.
I know, and that's the funny thing is
I was nervous to speak English, and more with someone who speaks English fluently, and she's there. And but I pick up when she called.
Yeah.
And we talked like for
how long? It was at nighttime, wasn't it?
It was like almost 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I had to do something this day. I don't remember what it was, but I think I was going to visit a little kid who's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And this is the reason we hang out this day. We didn't continue the conversation.
Yeah.
And I remember after that, we called each other again. And
what were you thinking after the first call?
Well, I was nervous because I didn't know how I was going to continue this conversation because my English, I said, it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
And I know when you speak a language and you know someone who doesn't speak it so well, you don't want to talk with that person because you know you're not gonna understand each other. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very awkward too.
Frustrating.
And somehow she kept talking with me,
and it was probably because we talked about. Anyway, I knew just from his testimony. And I could just see it. He has such a warm heart, and there's just something about him. I just knew that he was changed by Christ and that he was living for Christ. So after that, that's when I started to talk to him again. I knew, I was like, I don't know why. It's so crazy because when we did figure out that he was in another country, I was like, oh, that's so far away. I've dealt with long distance before and it didn't work. And I don't know, there was something about him that I just wanted to push. When we took that video call, I knew like there was something gonna happen. You know, and every week it was different. Some weeks I'd be like, yes, like I'm gonna talk to this guy, it's gonna be amazing. I really like this guy. And then the next week I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, should I continue with this? And it was just on and off like that. But there was always a piece about him. There was always a piece about us. And because that's why I continued.
We also had disagreement thing we wasn't agree with completely. And this was very good because they would think that we could discuss about and have a deep conversation about Christian life. And this the first month, we talked more about our Christian life.
Everything was about Christ because we wanted to make sure that we were on the same path.
The Bible, our favorite verses.
Yeah, exactly.
Many things.
Everything, because I knew at that time I was looking for something real, and I knew that didn't matter who you were. I wanted to make sure it was like, what are you here for? What are you doing? What does your relationship with God look like? Everything. I just wanted to know because I was done with all the.
We talk about our churches and our pastors.
Yeah, exactly.
And everything was
everything about God.
Yeah.
At the beginning, because I wanted to make sure, and then we started to get to know each other in different areas. And how long did that last? Like from when we video called until we saw each other? What was like 7-8 months?
Yeah.
Around there, because before that it was just from November on. It was just like random likes, couple DMs. So it wasn't really that serious. No. But then on November 19th, then I came down to see you.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a big decision.
This is where we know things was going to be real.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Oh, yeah. Because I knew that me going down there meant so much. And it was a big step. I moved back home from Toronto and I moved back home with my parents. Yeah. And I told my mom that when I meet my husband, then I'll move back home. So I already knew there was something, it was so serious. This was at the beginning of our relationship. But I knew that you were someone special because I was willing to move from a city that I love to, I don't know why, it was just happened.
You can imagine, obviously, for your parents, that was like a craziness.
Yeah, to tell them that I met you.
Exactly.
And then it was such a struggle with my family and just everything because I had to tell them that I loved you. Because at that point, I loved you before I moved back. And it was just crazy for people to wrap their head around the fact that I love this man and that we never actually... Sorry, the battery keeps on dying. Okay. But, yeah, so, what were we saying? When I was going to see you?
Yeah.
I went to come down to see you, and I was saying how it's just crazy because people probably thought I was insane. And to this day, I'm sure people struggle with it, but we know what we have, and I had peace with it, and I prayed about it more than you could ever know.
I know.
And I know that I want to see him. Because ultimately, people can say what they want, but until I saw you, I was like, I need to see this man. So that's why I flew down. I wasn't working at the time, and I knew this was the only chance I could come see you when I wasn't working. So I came down to see you. We were so nervous.
Well, when I heard you was talking about coming to see me, my heart was...
I know. And I would say stuff like, too, like, oh, my dad's coming. You know, I would joke about stuff.
I know.
I knew nobody was going with me. I mean, it would be nice if someone else was.
We had some hope, you know, because it's always cool to see your family and knowing that they agree with you with something like that you were deciding. And it's good to feel
Yeah.
that support. And I had some help to
Yeah.
know them, even that though I was very nervous,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and it's like, oh, I'm going to introduce myself to them. And
I know you guys.
I was practicing a lot, you know, I was practicing. Yeah.
But when I got there to the airport, I just remember my heart beating. I was staying at my friend's place in Toronto before I came to see you, and I couldn't even sleep. I didn't sleep the whole night. She didn't even sleep. I don't know. And we just were both not sleeping. And when I finally went to see you, it was like, oh, my heart. I could not breathe. I thought I wouldn't be so nervous, but I was so...
I think I've never prayed so much in my life.
I know. I was like, please God, make me be attracted to him. Everything. I was like everything. Like every little thing I was praying for. Just even the safety to get to Dominican, because it can be nerve-wracking. Yeah. But...
you haven't been in the Caribbean yet.
No, everything.
People used to talk bad about the Caribbean and mostly Dominican Republic and Haiti.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel so safe here. That's the last thing on my mind now that we're going through the visa process. But after we saw each other, I stayed here for a while. We got engaged. After like a month of being here, because we already talked about being married prior. We got engaged after a month. Yeah. I was like, come on, where's the ring? Where's the ring? Because we knew right away that we wanted to get married. But when we saw each other, it was like, boom. I knew, like, boom, I'm attracted to him. I like him. I knew he was the one at that point. But I remember we joked about, like, kissing, and I didn't even really hug him when we first met. So I know he felt like, oh, crap. Did this girl just friend zone me?
I know. Yeah, you just friend zoned me in the airport.
I know.
I was like, what? After all the things she said, I'm going to hug you, I'm going to kiss you, I'm not going to be shy.
Oh, because I'm usually not
when she was talking about these things, I was the one who was shy because I didn't know how I was going to save her, you know? And at the end, she was the one who was too shy to do that.
Oh, I know, because
she didn't even hug me. I was like,
my heart. And I still have those feelings when I come back to see a little bit of those feelings. But the feeling I had when I first met him, I've never been that nervous in my life. I was like going through all the emotions. So when you came, I'm like, I didn't even want to hug you. I was so shy. I thought he was so fine.
Yeah, I remember we was in the taxi going to the resort. I was like, oh man, this girl doesn't like me.
Oh.
And
meanwhile, I did. I did.
Yeah, because you love me.
Yeah. And it was so weird to think that we were on a video. And when we saw each other, we were like, I just had to put the two together. Like, this is the man I was talking to on the camera. But it was so hard.
You know what was the best thing? Like, I know she was beautiful and everything in camera. And when I saw her, she was like the double way. And completely different and better.
When I saw your eyes, I was like, oh no, these eyes are gonna kill me. Like look into the camera, babe, right there.
They can see it.
But if you could ever see him in real life, his eyes are like.
This only happens to you, baby. Sorry.
Makes my body just.
This only happens to you, sorry.
It makes me so nervous. Like his eyes, I don't know why.
I look at myself in the mirror and I can see that.
But so after that, we knew we wanted to get married, and we had to tell everybody that we wanted to get married. And we did. And I put a ring on it, but this one's not the ring, but this one's not even this one, but kind of.
I have so many rings.
I have so many rings. But after a month, we got married. After a month, we got engaged, and then after 2 months later, then we got married.
Yeah. Around
that time frame. And then, so on January 25th, we got married. And now we are in the visa process. getting him to Canada. We didn't always think that we wanted to go to Canada at first. We thought that I was going to live here. And then as we started to think about more stuff about what if I get pregnant and this and that, we decided to then go through this whole visa process. It took us 3 months after getting married to send the application away because it was so much work. One of the most stressful things in my life. People think getting married is stressful. Nah, because I was not 1 second nervous about marrying him, but I was so nervous to do that stupid application.
I know.
It was just so stressful. Everything has to be perfect. It's like a package of here. And now we're 6 months in.
I understand why most of people prefer having a lawyer to do that for them. Because it's really stressful.
So stressful. But 6 months in, and we've sent in our medical at this point. And now we have to do other stuff. But we need prayer. So everybody, if you can pray for us, we're going to do that. But that's a little story of how we kind of met. Just like the Instagram part, we can get into more deep conversation about like the engagement and the marriage part. But that's for another video if we decide to make that one. It's a lot of stuff, and this video is already long enough. But throughout the whole stuff, we read books, we prayed. It wasn't just like, I want to marry you, boom, bada bang. No, like it was led by God, and we knew that this is what we wanted. It was a whole process. So we can't even tell you because it seems insane, but for our relationship, it all made sense. And I think that's the most important thing.
And with these videos, we're not asking you guys to try to make your other half on social media.
No, exactly. No. Because everything, is your own path.
We just want you to know that if you can have someone for you, it doesn't matter where that person is, and you can meet with that person, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, anywhere, I don't know.
At a restaurant.
But the most important, you have to ask guys to guide you, pray, and
get to know the person.
Exactly, get to know the person, and all the time, put God in the center,
Exactly. And we've dealt with a lot of stuff, a lot of conflicts, a lot of everything, but we have to get through it and know that the one thing that I always think is the most important is we're not fighting against each other. We're fighting for our relationship. When we fight, it's not against him. It's not against me. You got to look at it like we're fighting for us. We're fighting for this relationship, for God, that we are going to deal with the conflicts. We're going to deal with the pressure and the stress. Because no matter what, it all comes to an end. Everything passes, all these fights and this emotions, they'll pass. We just have to work at it and get better and pray.
We don't want a perfect relationship, and we would never be perfect because we both are humans, and we know that's possible. But at least we are working very hard to have a strong marriage. It doesn't matter what kind, and we're gonna.
Our marriage is definitely not your typical one, but it's ours, and it's perfect for us. So thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, comment below. This is a different one than your normal, typical fashion one.
I know.
But hey, they still look fashionable, so. These pants are from Aritzia, Atmosphere leggings. I've talked about them a lot. This top's from Zara. It's just a tie back one like this.
Zara.
And then his top is actually from Walmart. So get your Maui?
Something like that.
And then this is from Amazon, and I have one too. And our bracelets are from Amazon.
And
his queen.
And her king.
So if you guys want a couple's bracelet or necklace, get you one. Okay, peace out. Bye, boys and Girl Scouts.
Get married.
Get married. To the right one. Bye.